A very good afternoon to all of you. Apologize for the little delay that was there. And it is a wonderful afternoon, and Diwali is just around the corner. And I'm pretty certain that all of you are in a Diwali mood. We at Wealthwise believe that Diwali holds a significance in our culture, but most importantly, it marks the beginning of something new. And I'm sure that something new and positivity is what we all need in 2020, especially with the markets and our investment choices. But how are the stars aligned? How should we approach Muhurat trading this year? The answer to all these questions and more, we have with us yet again Mr. Purvesh Shelatkar. Mr.
Namaste.
Shelatkar, as all of you are aware, is a market veteran and the head of institutional broking at Monarch Network Capital. The topic for today is astrology and market lessons for Diwali. Please note that there might be a time lag of 10 to 15 seconds due to network or connectivity issues. Kindly bear with us. And now, over to you, Mr. Shelatkar.
Namaskar. Thanks a lot, Edelweiss Wealth Management and Anga Madam for giving me this opportunity again to speak on your August forum. And the topic for today, friends, is how we see that the next year, which is basically Diwali calendar year, which is from the Lakshmi Pujan of this Diwali to next Diwali is going to be panning out, and that is what I'll be talking about, and I'll be happy to take any questions once I give my some briefing about where I think markets will go. So friends, as you know, I have mentioned in my earlier communication also that Diwali is something which I consider, or other than that, Diwali, Amvasya is something which I consider as the most auspicious thing. Because what does Amvasya do? Amvasya basically makes a thing which is like a zero moon day. So when the moon is zero from Amvasya day onwards, especially the third prahar as I call it, because there are four praharas in any particular day, and they are basically of about 6 hours each. So which means whenever somebody tells you that the Amavasya is starting at, let's say, 0 hours, then 12 hours from that period, that is 6 plus 2 prahars goes. And the next time from that, that is 13th hour onwards, is the auspicious time. So you do anything on that time, and you will find success is yours. In as you are aware, we are all right now in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and the Aradhya Daivat probably of Mumbai, Maharashtra is Shivaji Maharaj, and even his Rajamudra, the coin which he had, also had these words called Pratipaschandra Lekhaya Vardishnu Vishnu Vandita, which means that like a Pratipada's moon, it keeps on adding and it keeps on moving upwards, right? Your wealth, your prosperity, your entire growth should also be like that. So, friends, taking from that clue, which sectors I think will do well, or what is the star combinations looks like. So, most important thing, friends, the first major change which is happening, and that is where I have held myself from making any comments, was basically Jupiter. It's a little technical thing, but still I need to tell. Is basically what? It is something called Capricorn in English, right? And it denotes with a crocodile sign. Now, as we are all aware, crocodile, it's a very, very dangerous animal. It's an animal which will not let what it is actually thinking about or doing or about to do. Many a times we find in the zoo, or we must have seen in Discovery channels of the world, that crocodile is appearing like as if it is either still and the mouth is wide open like and and there's no action at all, and then or we see it floating in river with only that eyes part being open, and then suddenly some deer or something comes, and when it is within its range it just attacks and kills, and it kills in such a way, friends, that nothing is remaining out there. There is no way to find out that there was something at that point of time was appearing. That's the danger of crocodile. So Jupiter is entering into this crocodile sign of Makara or Capricorn on 20th November 2020. We have seen through the horrors of 2020. And when we were communicating last time, we mentioned about a possibility of a huge staging, which actually happened. Albat, we also thought that there will be a massive correction, which is yet to come. And however, the sectoral calls which we thought would work has worked pretty well. And where this Makar Rashi's Guru call will take us to during the next 13 months or so, because Guru will be in Makar Rashi from 20th November 2020 till December 2020. Please note Saturn, which is the almighty powerful thing and which is a planet which I very strongly believe that is a Nyaya Devata or is a god of justice, right, is located in Makar Rashi. And that Makar Rashi, what it is doing for Shani, that it is giving justice to anybody and everybody. As I mentioned last time, I reiterate that Guru also entering into Makar Rashi means the time of justice. And when you say time of justice, it denotes three important things. Number one, whoever thinks in his life or his or her life that they have suffered, they are putting up efforts, but they are not getting rewarded. They are so far been sidelined because of the so-called partiality which keeps on happening or somebody getting favor kind of things. Well, it is the time for these people. Justice will happen with anybody and everybody. Whoever thinks that somebody has overtaken you and has reached some destination and you are lying low or you have reached nowhere in life, will find that destination. During this period of 2 years, because Saturn is there till September 2022 and Jupiter will be there till end of December 2021, we will have a time zone where we will see that justice is happening. Don't be afraid if you are so far lag behind. You will suddenly find some kind of a lottery ticket coming to you or some kind of luck factor coming to you or some kind of karma factor coming to you which will take you to the next level. So that's number one, most important. Those who have so far not grown will suddenly find growth coming their way. Is the first most important thing. Second most important thing, this growth will come in both. So let's understand from the Sensex perspective. We have seen in a Sensex perspective that financials is one of the sectors which has dominated Nifty for quite some time. And when the last time spoke, we said that this weightage will go down. That weightage has significantly moved down from 40 plus level to as low as 33 and now again back to probably 35 around that levels. Will now shift. The financials, as we have seen in banks and NBFCs, probably would be in a different trajectory. NBFCs are punished a lot, so they will stand to gain. And banks which are not punished will stand to get punished. Is the first call, right? Second most important thing, that you will find that there will be differentials between the financials defined, as in banking would probably be replaced by something like insurance and asset management companies. That's a strong thing which I foresee happening. As we have seen the regulator who is trying to protect the interest of retail investors is basically wanting probably the retail investors to come through the mutual funds route. And that is where I see a major money getting. The PMSs, the mutual funds, the AIFs would do phenomenally well because that will be a organized part of the story. And you will find so many AMC issues and insurance issues and things like that coming, which this market will be flooded with choice. And it will be obviously the survival of fittest. However, these are the sectors which has to be played for next 10 years. Don't look at these sectors from a shorter term perspective. Makara Rashi Jupiter and Makara Rashi Shani means it's a long term winning story. Prepare your portfolios for that particular. So that's the first most important thing. I foresee NBFCs which are beaten down can pick up. I foresee banks which has risen too much hard or become too big to fail kind of things will suddenly have some kind of rough weather. I foresee insurance moving up substantially. I foresee asset management industry picking up big time. I foresee credit card industry picking up big time. Yes, We all have seen government giving moratorium for last 2 quarters, right? So there are some benefits which are given to banking sector, but probably there is some rough weather possible during the first couple of quarters, which we will face because Jupiter moving into Makar Rashi will be in 0 degree. 0 degree means the impact which it is having. So probably till 20th November, this upturn in market may continue. Post 2020, post 20th November 2020, one should be careful about market upside. I am not mentioning from the 1 year perspective market upside or downside. This upside or downside is from the 2 quarters perspective. Maybe March quarter, maybe April, till that time. If you ask me from like that is from this Diwali to next Diwali, I am super bullish. So for those who are investors, for those who are investing in the form of SIP, systematic investment plan, in various mutual funds or whichever other schemes, please continue to invest. You have a chance of making big wealth. From the current probably 13,000 Nifty, we might go down substantially. And substantially means real substantially. We are at already 12,600, 700. Today the Nifty was hovering around that. Sizable correction, and I mean it. Sizable correction, I don't rule out. It can be 10, 20, 30%. Yes, it can be 10, 20, 30%. However, if I look from this Diwali, which is let's say 12,600 today, then by next Diwali, we might be at least 10 to 20% up. Yes, we will be hitting new high in 2021 also. In between that, you will have some downs and ups. Don't expect it is going to be a vertical one side, up move. No. At the same time, friends, please note this, that this is a time of creating wealth. Please buy those stocks. Makar Rashi, Jupiter in Makar Rashi will take, there is going to be 13 months time where these degrees of 29 will be achieved. Degrees of 29 is like 0 to 100, 100% achievement like that. So which means every month Jupiter moves by 2 degrees or every 15 days it moves by 1 degree. So, as you are aware, whom we call Guru? We call Guru to somebody who is a age-old person, barring probably Jnaneshwar, who has written Jnaneshwari, right? Barring Santa Jnaneshwar, there are very less number of people who, the saint which we call at a young age Guru. But rest all are, like white beard and, something like that sort of thing, which is basically an age-old thing. So, basically, which means that आप 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 साल के हो गए मतलब आप गुरु करने के लायक हो गए, आप गुरु बोलने के लायक हो गए. आप कोई 20-25 साल के बच्चे को या 30 साल के बच्चे को या 10 साल के बच्चे को गुरु नहीं बोलता, isn't it? So Jupiter's degrees at its growths, it gives massive impact. Just see the impact of Jupiter's degrees and impact even in last 2-3 months. What has happened to Nifty? 11th of last week of July on the expiry time, Nifty was 11,194. It remained like that for almost 3 months, July, August, September. When it started moving up, October, and right now we are witnessing in November a massive FII is pumping in almost every day 5,000 crore odd amount, right? Why? Because Jupiter's degrees are going closer to 29. On 20 November, it will be 29 degrees. Once that 29 degrees happens, Guru will be at the peak. Jupiter will be at the peak. And from that peak, we might see Jupiter moving into Makar Rashi with a 0 degree. I hope I'm able to make that impact clear in your minds. So, you don't have to shy away with the things. There will be sector rotations which will be taking place. What will rise? Makar Rashi, Magar, crocodile is a huge animal. It's an animal which is not attractive. It's an animal which is most dangerous. It is an animal which you find, what we call it in Marathi, Adva, Tirva, or Vakada, Tikada, Pasar Lela. It's a lengthy animal, huge animal, giant animal, cruel animal. What will do well? All the old biggies who are at their multi-year low, mostly public sector undertakings kind of thing. So all those stocks which you find last 4 years, 5 years, 7 years low, please have a look at. They will give you massive outperformance. Their dividend yields would be superb. Their actual returns would be superb. I don't rule out the possibility of all the public sector undertaking, PSU giants, you know what names I'm referring to, right? All of them turning around in a major way. Shani will bless all those, Jupiter will bless all those who are giants and like low, like unattractive, like as in uninterested, those even public sector banks which people are ignoring today, saying that they are shit, and as if there are some banks in private sector are considered as gods. You will have a massive churn in this. That's a very big call which Jupiter will ensure being in Makar Rashi. अनअट्रैक्टिव चीज को वो अट्रैक्टिव करेगा. कल तक जो आप इग्नोर कर रहे थे, that will become the theme. Is where Jupiter will ensure Makar Rashi's move for all giants. I'm not saying of any small things. I'm talking of probably many of those public sectors who at one point of time were large and mega caps are down to probably lower part of large caps or maybe mid caps, or even some have gone to the small caps category definition level. But get into them, they will be having massive comeback. All the giants like industrial sector, which was ignored, and if you remember last time I gave a call that probably this is not to be seen, will have a massive comeback. Which is critical will have massive comeback. Anything which is made up of which requires lots of gestation period, for which you were waiting for last months or maybe years, would suddenly have an up move. And all those which are short-term movers will have a stopgap thing for now, right? My call on IT and pharma, you have seen how massive outperformance both these sectors have given. Right now, I think that we will have a pause in these sectors. I am not ignoring this sector from the Diwali to Diwali basis, but if you ask me from Diwali to March, probably I will be sort of, they may not give you that substantial return. But maybe, April, May onwards, that same sectors maybe can be picked up at some less lower valuations, maybe as high as 20-30% lower than the current levels, right? But if you look at them from a Diwali to Diwali, probably you will still make money. So if you have bought those stocks, if you have those stocks, please hold on to them from a 1 year perspective. But if you have not bought it, wait for it to buy in corrections. Okay, then another important sector which luckily again we were able to catch right was auto ancillary, which was again getting into the dirt in the month of June, July when we spoke, and right now they are at peak, right? Now I do foresee them cooling down. I am not negative on them, but for current times it is a cooling down. So cooling down for whom? IT, pharma, auto ancillary. Right? Good for whom? Insurance, asset management companies, credit card companies, then your infrastructure sector, big comeback. Cement sector, yes. Cement sector is one of those which I think will have a comeback. Metal sector is one of those which I think will have a comeback. Especially, my favorite gold. I mean, it has risen to the 55,000 level after we gave call, and it is right now about 51, 52,000. I do foresee by next Diwali, gold can move to as high as anything between 60 to 70,000 rupees. Today it is about 51, 52,000 rupees. I am giving a call. It will be one of the best performing metals. Those housewives, my mother, your mother, everybody's wives, they save in gold. Please encourage them to save in gold, because that is going to be one of the best performing asset class. At least till September 2022. I'm talking 2 years after, right? Because of Saturn's presence in Makar Rashi and Jupiter in Makar Rashi till December 21, gold will give you fantastic returns. It can be as high as 30% from the current levels. And I think that's a superb return gaining over a 1 year period. Primarily, why gold will do well? Because three things. Number one, astrologically, Jupiter and Makar both in favor of gold. Second thing, we have created excess liquidity tsunami. For last 5 months, what we have witnessed, or last couple of months which we have witnessed, is a tsunami of financials. पैसे की बहुत ज़्यादा ताकत है, 5-6 trillions, I don't know how many trillions are being printed, and that is coming to emerging markets. You know, when US election results came, people said that okay, the president-elect is probably not good for US economy for a short term, but it is good for emerging markets. You know, so US indices may not do well in short term, but the emerging market indices will do well. And that is where we see almost a 5,000 crore of daily buying happening for last almost a week, 10 days now, and that's a massive figure. Right? However, friends, that same this thing poses a serious threat of this finance because it is a tsunami. Tsunami में क्या होता है? एक बार वो ऊपर आया, सब धुला के लेके गया, and the water recedes. You know, in Marathi we call it bharti and ohti. Bharti means भर गया समंदर का पानी. Ohti means चला गया. High tide, low tide. So high tide कहीं तो निकलने वाला है and low tide में convert होगा. The moment it gets converted into low tide, this financial tsunami will be almost over, and that is where a precious metal like gold will have super time, right? I do foresee, thanks to Makar Rashi Jupiter, you know, metals which are having white color, yellow color will do well. So aluminium, silver can do well. Okay. Another most important thing, we have seen, you know, oil collapsing, which we mentioned earlier from time to time, went down to sub-zero, and then right now it is settled at 40. And now everybody is expecting economic revival and falana dimka, and then probably the qualitative aspect will come in and where oil demand will mention. I am again having a word of caution here. Till the time Shani is in Makar Rashi, like Magarmach does, like crocodile does, what it does is standing silent. At one point of time, it has the target near you, it eats, and it's again stands silent. Again, the target comes, it eats, and again it is silent. So that trend will continue here also. Which means, in other words, I do foresee oil again going to that $15-20 level somewhere in 2021. It might happen somewhere, you know, probably between February to May more often, right? But it's definitely, you know, going to go down. The artificial way of creating upward move, you know, which by supplying demand and stuff like that, which the world has done, right? And because there are more than 88 countries which are exporting oil, it was all in their favor. So everybody were together in making that thing, right? Which was bad for countries like India, right? At the same time, $40 oil is not that significantly bad also. However, going down to $20 oil or $15 oil, you know how great it can be. And that is where I foresee it can again go, right? So accordingly, oil and gas sectors, those who are consumers, countries like India would be a super beneficial. But those who are producers will be hit. You have created artificial supply, and that is where you control prices. You have pumped in money, that is where you created financial tsunami. These are all artificial things. Shani doesn't like it. And now Jupiter entering into Makar Rashi ensure that Jupiter also will not stand by them. And the moment it doesn't stand by them, the whole gas will be fallen. The balloon which is going up will be broken up like anything, and you will find it collapsing big time, right? So that's about oil and gas. Now let's come to another important sector called FMCG. Well, where do I see FMCG? As I told you, I'm a consumption bull. I feel India is a consumption story and will continue to do well for years. So FMCG sector, telecom sector, you know, that new data, as you know, the great Mukesh Bhai has mentioned that the new power is data, which he has exhibited quite strongly to all of us, will continue to have that kind of impact. And this impact will take us to a level where telecom and FMCG would be majorly outperforming. You may have different sort of things happening out of some sort of, you know, artificial creation, which will have some ups and downs, right? One of the major ITC Nifty stock, which has been talked about as the laggard, had suddenly picked up in last 2-3 weeks, and rightly so. It's very powerful stocks. We may have difference of opinion in terms of abilities, However, nobody is disputing the profitability and the growth which this company has done. But like we have seen the biggest oil giant in India, doing nothing for last 8, 9 years, and in last 3, 4 years, it has just become a multi-bagger. It has become a 3, 4 bagger. The same thing would happen with all the FMCG companies. You have to just wait patiently. You have to invest in these stocks like a SIP, systematic investment plan, mutual funds, or whichever schemes you are having, and you will be home. Please note, friends, thanks to COVID kind of pandemic, what has happened? Suddenly, people have realized the value of insurance. Earlier, people used to compare insurance with any returns coming in. And now people are buying insurance because the end product is important, that this will secure my family. That thought process change, which is a real reality check, which is a fact check, which is taking you closer to the reality, is where we'll be heading. So FMCG Super Bowl, telecom Super Bowl. Earlier also, yeah, of course, in telecom sector there are not many players, but whoever are they, including the biggest giant, all of them will do well. Now, we mentioned about say finance, which is about 35%. We mentioned about auto, which is 15. We mentioned about IT, which is about 18, 20% kind of things. So it is about 60, 70, 80. Then we mentioned about FMCG. We mentioned about pharma. We mentioned about telecom and metals, right? So most of these sectors would have these kind of things. Now coming back to a little more addition to your personal astrological things, which I think that I should be highlighting here, is the Makar Rashi Jupiter and Makar Rashi Shani, which is very, very prominent, and the Ketu and Rahu, which have already moved in mid-September. What will they do? Number one, for the Rashis like Vrishabha, Karka, Kanya, Vrishchik, Makar and Meena, it's a lottery time. It's a lottery time. ठीक ठाक मेहनत करो, आपको पागल जैसा पैसा मिलेगा या पैसा मिलेगा. Lots of money. Whether you should invest in equity or whatever, that I'm not commenting. However, पैसा पागल जैसा बनेगा, opportunities छोड़ना मत. मेहनत करो, फल पक्का है. For the Rashis like Mesha or Aries, Mithuna or Gemini, then Sinha, which is Leo, then Tula, which is Libra, then Dhanu, which is Sagittarius, then Kumbha, which is Capricorn, and Meena, which is Pisces. You should be, sorry, Kumbha, which is Aquarius, and for these Rashis, you should be cautious. Your time has come to work hard. It is not a tough time, but it is a challenging time. Please remember, in life, you will always find a situation where 50% of the times you will gain, 50% of times you will lose. Take example of anybody in the world, right? Nobody who has gained more than 50%, and there is nobody who has lost more than 50%, right? So what will happen? Your all necessities will be fulfilled. Please note, तुमच्या गरजा पूर्ण होतील, आपकी जरूरतें पूरी होंगी. Necessities will be fulfilled in that Maslow's theory of hierarchy, right? However, your luxurious needs or your wishes or आपकी इच्छाएं वो fulfill होने के लिए अभी बहुत. All the rest 6 rashis you should try hard to gain, right? And because the Jupiter and Saturn both are in Makar Rashi, one important outcome of that would be that we will have lot of you can say differences happening between the haves and have-nots, and that haves and have-not difference would be settled in favor of have-nots. So it is a time for haves to sacrifice. So the most important lesson to all of us: don't be arrogant, which I always kept on saying. Anybody who is arrogant, anybody who is thinking that he's bigger than system, anybody who is thinking that he is God or near to God or demigod will be demolished. If I also start talking that only I know and you guys don't know, I will also be demolished. Anybody means anybody. So don't be arrogant. In Marathi, Tukaram Maharaj, Sant Tukaram Maharaj has one very nice saying called Mahapura Zhade Jati Tethe Lavaye Rati. That is, in a heavy storm, when there is a huge water flow, like water tsunami, right? All the big trees get cut. Who are like that, Spirogyra, who are like that, smaller trees, they remain because they adjust to the situation. So, no arrogance, please. Whatever happens, no arrogance, please. And for all the, because I myself is a male, so I will also advise this to all male categories. Please respect your wife. Makar Rashi Guru, Makar Rashi Shani, which means if you don't respect your wife, if you fight with her for whatever reasons, where she is probably not wrong, and sometimes you are also not wrong, still please communicating with her. Otherwise, this combination with the Rahu which is having will give you a lot of hardships in your personal and professional. It is better to say sorry to your own wife and move on than take a scolding from boss. So it is a very strange advice, but it is something which you will find if you follow. You have massive positive impact in your personal careers and achievements. So I think I have spoken a lot about the personal things and as well as industry. I think I'm open to take the questions if any, and happy to answer, because there is some time I believe I need to give you also to ask the questions.
Thank you so much, Purvesh ji. That was a very interesting insight on our personal matters which we should take in hand for Diwali, as well as, overall how we should look at investing in markets and, what are the sectors we should look at. So the way I'll go about this is that there are some questions which are a tad bit astrology related. I think I'll ask them first and then I'll move to the generic questions. So one question where the person is asking, from 13th December to 14th April, the moon is breaking intermittently. How will this impact the markets? So, he has mentioned something about Kal Sarp Yoga or something. So how will that impact the markets?
So that is where, if you remember, I started by saying that I foresee first half being negative. In my mind, it can be a very massive correction, some kind of war-like situation, some kind of arrogance getting very badly burnt is what is there on cards, ma'am. And that is where I mentioned that if you ask me from Diwali to Diwali, probably IT and pharma would make money. But from this time to first, couple of quarters, that is precisely around April, you might have some downtrend in everything. So to my mind, Kal Sarpa Yoga, what he is asking about, can have a massive negative impact, and we can have most unforeseen thing happening. And when Nandi happens, it takes just 10-15 days to collapse the whole thing. So I don't rule out possibility that we might see a very significantly troubling or tensionous period for first quarter. He's talking about 13th December, but to my mind, once the Jupiter changes in 20th November, it can even start a little earlier than that. And please note, whenever it is moon related, like I mentioned last time, it is all related to mind. So ये सब दिमाग में impact ज़्यादा करेगा. If you are stable, if you pray something like Gayatri Mantra, or if you concentrate on your head, then probably you will not have trouble. But if you get emotionally, then yes, the Kala Sarpa Yoga will have massive impact in your mind, which will make you or force you to go do wrong decisions. But for now, in one simple sentence, yes, I foresee a market going down.
Then the person is asking that Jupiter will be debiliated in Capricorn, with Saturn being a neutral friend in its own house. What are the negatives we should watch for? I think you mentioned them, but if you could just quickly summarize them again.
So don't be arrogant. Don't think that you are God or you are perfect. Anybody can make mistakes. Don't make that mistake. And especially, debiliated Jupiter with Saturn basically tells you that your wife, who is always watching you, Shani na nazar se marta hai. Saturn kills by eyes because he's weak in legs. So वो नजर से मारता है, और आपके वाइफ की भी आपके ऊपर नजर होती है, तो घर की जो भी स्त्री है, आपकी माँ होगी, आपकी वाइफ होगी, उसको रिस्पेक्ट करो. प्लीज रिस्पेक्ट द फीमेल फैक्टर इज द मैसेज फॉर दैट part of Jupiter and Saturn, man. If you respect female, everything will be great. But if you don't respect, then you are inviting trouble.
Okay, as a female, I think that's very encouraging. So thank you. So now I'm going towards the generic questions. Now, I think if we look at the overall scenario, the COVID cases, there is a sense that they are significantly under control. Moreover, I think recently, last week itself, there were murmurs of a new vaccine coming out, and there was a rally. So how do you see the whole COVID scenario panning out in the coming time, and how will it impact apart from everything else that you mentioned, like on the sectors and the market?
So ma'am, COVID scenario to my mind, it's something, friend, that it is more a creation of your mind. Please note the hygienic things which COVID is forcing us to do, whether washing our hands or keeping our mouth covered and all that, have been followed by various religions in this country since ages. It is that in probably trying to do pseudo American things or trying to follow United States or whatever, we all have fallen ourselves into that kind of culture, right? But our country always told us to do this. I am sure your all dadis would have always told you to have some kind of sunlight taking. Now we chose to be in AC, and that's where the sun was away from us, and that is where probably all these kind of things have come up. So basically, COVID is forcing you to go to the naturopathy kind of thing or to be close to nature. I do not foresee it impacting India. As we have all seen, our recovery ratio is almost 92.5%, and the Pfizer vaccine, which is a couple of days back mentioned, it's saying their success ratio is 90%. Think about it, madam. Without any vaccine, our recovery is 92%. So, which means if you take precautions, there's nothing serious about it at all. And that is where the Jupiter combination or Saturn combination or the stars combination will ensure that COVID will be more in mind. आपके दिमाग में होगा. अगर आप precautions लोगे तो कोई तकलीफ नहीं.
अच्छा, thank you. So I think it's all about your mind now going forward. I think one question which a lot of people are asking, since you said that gold is something we should be looking at, and it will have a rally going forward, and tomorrow is Dhanteras, and a lot of people have said that the previous year was the year of gold, and it had an excellent rally, but they are a little uncertain about it going forward. So for tomorrow especially, what would you tell the investor to do? Go ahead and buy it, and as you mentioned, that should we continue with it, because someone was saying that it might touch 35K or something. So just if you could clarify that stance again.
So gold call which I have given, and it has worked well last year because of Jupiter in Dhanu Rashi or Sagittarius, and that was the thought process which probably many of us have followed, or many who follows astrology must have followed. However, my thought process was always that gold is not for the Jupiter, but gold is for Saturn. Saturn has made to dig out all those things which were lying always in your religion or your social way of life, which we all have forgotten, right? And that's the one which basically makes you go to the ground reality. If you see, stock market is basically a zero. So somebody is buying and somebody is selling. The same holds true for gold, but at the same time, majority of the times, when you're buying a gold, it is more a ornament which is purchased for females. हमारे घर की मेरी बेटी के लिए, मेरी मतलब आपके घर की बहू के लिए या आपकी बेटी के लिए या आपकी वाइफ के लिए या आपकी मदर के लिए आप परचेस कर रहे हो. So you are buying it more as a Stridhana. As you know, in India, for the thousands of years, we have considered gold as a part of Stridhan, and it was an important component of Stridhan. And that is what always was making any female happy. I mean, if you remember, the whole Ramayana episode happened because of Kanchana Mruga, which was a Swarna Mruga, right? Which was supposed to be a golden Mruga. So that is the attraction which Indian females are having towards gold. So I will not say that go and buy gold tomorrow on Dhanteras or Lakshmi Pujan. I am more from a buying gold, which is an asset class. But it is an asset class. To my mind, whatever financial tsunami has happened, which is basically made United States the dollar as nothing but a sort of close to a junk currency. Where will you go and park your money? And the Makara Rashi's Saturn, Jupiter, will give upliftment to the old things. As I mentioned, ma'am, PSU stocks which are hovering at a multi-year low, 5-year, 10-year low, are the stocks to be picked up. The bottom line is that it is effectively talking about all that which was old and ignored is going to come back. So gold was all that which was ignored is going to make a major comeback in the form of a rally. It is not something which is ornamental value which I am talking about, but it is the asset class value which I am talking about. If you've seen last time when I mentioned that real estate would collapse, and it had actually collapsed to the level of at least 20-30% across, it is down. So maybe real estate is also something which one can look at. But in real estate, you will buy or staying or something like that, and that is where the affordability angle has come. Just because my house is price has doubled, I will not go and sell it, right? Because I have an emotional value attached to it. Whereas in case of gold, you buy gold ETF or something like that, which is the cheapest form of buying. Or you can very well go and buy gold on a Dhanteras from a jeweler or even Lakshmi Puja. But look at it as an asset class. You are parking your substantial money. If your portfolio is of 100 rupees, maybe you can go as high as 20 to even 30 rupees to park the money there.
Okay.
So I'm able to make my point clear.
Yes. I think that's the advice for all our investors tomorrow for Dhanteras. Look at gold more as an asset class, something you would look at in terms of investment than just its ornamental value. So thank you so much for that. You briefly touched upon real estate, and we have a lot of questions surrounding. I feel in the sectors people were asking. So could you just ask sir to elaborate upon real estate as a scenario? Should we look at it? How do you see it panning out? So could you just maybe scan through that?
So real estate, to my mind, somebody who is looking at it as an asset class should definitely start looking at it. The first 3 months of this year might see a massive Sensex correction, as somebody asked about that Kalsarpa Yoga thing, plus whatever happened to United States, plus that financial tsunami bleeding out. So you will find another probably next 3 to 6 months time where you will still get the things cheaper. Okay, but before somebody who is wanting to buy a house probably should plan it in such a way that his buying should be finished between maybe max June 2021. Okay, by that time you must have booked something in your name. To my mind, when Jupiter will move from Makara Rashi into Meena Rashi and subsequently into Mesha Rashi, that is the subject that is, it is moving from say Capricorn to Aquarius and then Pisces and then subsequently to Aries, you will have a massive up move in real estate. And Jupiter moving into Aries, which means I'm talking about 2023. Okay, 2023. Right now, whatever we have spoken is about 2021. So you complete your purchase in 2021. 2022 will be real estate prices would be maybe 20% higher than what you would have purchased in 2021. But in 2023, it can be as high as maybe double. So that is where you have to target buying. Second most important thing, as I mentioned, madam, ज़रूरतें सबकी पूरी होगी. Necessities will be fulfilled. The luxuries and wishes will not be. So in other words, when you say necessities would be fulfilled, जिसको घर खरीदना है उसको घर खरीदने के लिए मैसिव इंसेंटिव मिलेंगे, फायदा होगा, सस्ता मिलेगा, प्लीज जाके खरीदो. Please go and buy because you will get it cheaper because it is your necessity. But if you are looking at it as an investment class that you want to trade, then you have to keep in mind that you should be buying real estate at a decent price. However, keep 3 years trading window in your mind. You're selling maybe somewhere in the year 2023 end. Right? So effectively, if you want to buy real estate now, lock in for 2.5 years, and you'll have 2023 when Jupiter moves into Aries, it will have a big up move in real estate. Till that time, it will move, but it will move with a slow kadam. And first 6 months, starting from even now, you will have real estate, still moving down. That is a time when you should go and pick up, buy, and ensure that you are able to grab it at a right price, right time. And but with a mind that 3 years तुमको लगेगा. Whereas in case of gold, I mentioned as an asset class, maybe next year, Dhanteras, I would probably say 70,000 हो गया, एक बार चाहिए तो निकल जाओगे. You can book profit, that kind of thing. Whereas in real estate, necessity जिसको है पक्का buy करो, आपको अच्छा रेट मिलेगा. Collapse can be massive. जितने भी ज्यादा ये बोलते रहेंगे कि 2 करोड़ 4 करोड़ 5 करोड़ का फ्लैट है, कुछ नहीं बिकने वाला है. Yes, there is one more thing which I mentioned. Like a crocodile is. Where you find crocodile, you will not find crocodile in a city like Mumbai, right? You will find it somewhere near lake, somewhere there are not many people who keep on going all the time, right? What is called it in Sanskrit called Nirjana Sthala. Nirjana means jahan aadmi nahi hai, jahan janta nahi hai, right? The place which is deserted, that is where crocodile is, right? So Shani will ensure that this real estate gets into a crocodile zone, which means thanks to COVID, probably all the high middle class to rich to super rich class would go and have probably their outings as their main hub. So far you were more keen on probably staying in Soho and Prabhadevis of the world, right? Where you found that okay, this is the place I want to be. So you would probably go and buy a place maybe on Bombay-Pune Expressway or Nasik or Nagpur or anything, any place. I'm just mentioning these places because it came to my mind where there is nobody out there. There is a pure nature around, pure nature, air quality is there. You get fruits and vegetables easily available, and yes, internet facilities fantastically available and power supply is available. And because of COVID, all those 2 and 3 BHK people were sitting in house but getting frustrated because they can't walk and stuff like that. Going forward, you will have that kind of arrangement where you will have a small bungalow outside where in case of any COVID kind of situation, COVID 2, COVID 3, whatever, we don't know what that can be. You can go and settle and have a peaceful, comfortable, healthy life. So there also, if real estate guys come to the root check where they give privacy to people with all the facilities, right? They will have massive uptake. So all the people who are staying in second run towns or villages should not be shying away from creating that kind of things for the city goers who will basically go and buy your things. And so the major thing will be shifting from probably the hotspots like the Nariman Point kind of areas or the BKC kind of areas to something which is on the lower class areas where the price is less, which is affordable and is more healthy in terms of environment. It is not a pollution based thing. That is where real estate I foresee going in Makara Rashi Shani.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for that insight. I'm now moving towards the last question. We have a question where, a gentleman is asking, how do you see that such planetary, so a similar planetary change has impacted the market in the past? Like, the positioning of the planets was similar, and how has it then impacted the market versus now? A little comparison there.
So, ma'am, to be very honest with you, I don't want to sound extremely pessimistic, but in past, if you see, the single movement of Rahu Ketu which has happened have been really devastating. 1947, first period when, Rahu Ketu moved into that position. Then, 1965, again, Rahu Ketu moved into that direction. Then 1984, again, Rahu Ketu moved into that direction. 2003, just remember these years, ma'am. What all happened in this period? The periods were horrible. 1947, we had the maximum clash between India, Pakistan, and Hindu Muslim, whatever you want to call it, ma'am. Same thing happened in 1965. We lost Lal Bahadur Shastri ji. 1984, we lost our beloved Prime Minister Indira Gandhi ji, who was the most powerful woman, probably inspiration to the many. Right? 2003 also we had the bad incident which I don't want to even name, right? And we are now in 2021. So the precedence is that every 18 years has created lot of trouble. And even if you want to go back from 1947 globally, then 1929 was, the World Depression. Global depression was there. I mean, the time you think on this, right? All of that is showing basically signs of some sort of massive trouble. I am just telling you what has happened in history. I don't want to make you scared, because although these all bad things happens, at the same time, this basically created what the modern India is today. So to my mind, there will be some 10-20% of negative which will happen in this point of time. But not all stocks will correct during this time. Right? All stocks have their own sweet ups and downs depending on the demand and supply, which we have always seen happening in past and will happen even now. What you should be concentrating instead of getting scared on this is like, something I very popularly say that, okay, if you are scared about something to happen in short term, then probably, redeem everything and sit in cash. But if you are intelligent enough, of the falls, have your investments through SIP thing, which will ensure that you average out over a period and ultimately you make big money. Right? And only if you are concentrating on a systematic way of looking at it beyond the things. To my mind, as I mentioned earlier also, if you ask me a 5 years view for India, the Nifty right now is 12,600. It will be easily 25 to 30,000. Nothing will stop. Nothing will stop India from making it big. Whoever may be the prime minister, whoever may be the finance minister, or whoever may be the president of India, but it will happen because it is India's time which has arrived. Nobody can stop that idea whose time has come, and India's time has come. So don't look at just 3 to 6 months. Look it beyond. Be mature. Don't be like a child. My daughter who is 13, 14 years old, when I take up something for her, so she's like excited to open it. So she, in the process, just taunts the things, which is there, and then probably, but she feels that, array, iska envelope to acha tha, probably I would have opened it better so that I could have used it for something else. Don't be like a child. Be a matured person and nothing will trouble you. Be an honest person. Don't be arrogant. Respect naris. स्त्रियों का सम्मान करना is the theme.
Okay, so I think with that theme and maintaining a lot of positivity, I thank you for a wonderful, wonderful session. We have received a lot of inputs, and thank you for addressing them all. And most importantly, for this Diwali, the message is that we should be positive and we should look at things with new light. And I think that is what we should all take away from this session, as well as your insights, but that is what we should be looking at things with new light. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you to all our audience for joining in. We look forward to having you with us again soon. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and have a happy Diwali.
Namaste. Thank you very much.